Hi, I'm Liv, podcasting from Italy.
And I'm Tina, podcasting from the Philippines. Welcome to Meryenda Therapy Podcast, a show where we celebrate our 40s one merienda at a time. Ciao mga ka-merienda! I'm still in Italy and we're here in Verona. This is the Verona Arena in the background.
Yes. Ciao mga ka-merienda, thank you for joining us again dito sa another, pang-ilan na ba to ng Italy? Third na siya, yes. So we'll try to do one more, but yeah, so far ito yung third installment ng ating Italy series because Tina is here.
Yes. And for this episode, we're going to talk about joy and rest in our 40s.
Yes. Yeah,
Talaga umakyat siya.
But before that, we have to guard our merienda. Actually, this is a very late breakfast kasi yung pigeon is looking at our brioche. Baka agawin niya.
You know, I've been here for the past 2 weeks traveling, and I initially wanted this to be a chill holiday, pero hindi pala. Hindi pa. Kasi there are so many things I wanted to do, so many places I wanted to see.
So you're still hopping from one place to another.
Tapos waking up early.
Yes.
Kaya medyo nagkaubo ko.
Yeah.
So it made me think na this traveling may be joyful for me because it's something that I love doing. Pero it made me think, is it a type of rest also?
Physically, it's not.
Yeah,
rest.
because it's our topic, no? Joy and rest.
Yes, in our 40s. So it's like, I think that's pretty normal when you travel. Kasi nga, you get so excited with everything that you want to see. And it's like, you want to pack up everything in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So parang, ano ba yung word dito? Maligalig or aligaga? Aligaga
Parang restless ka na parang ang daming lugar, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang, I want to go to this place and that place. And
right. And sometimes when you do that, you don't really get to appreciate those things kasi nga you spend a little bit of time there tapos you're already thinking of the next place that you want to go to, the next photo that you want to take. So, yun nga. So, parang hindi mo na-absorb fully yung beautiful places na yun.
and that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ano nga
You
ba
still
to?
have 1 week para i-align ulit dun sa plan mo.
Maybe the next 2 weeks or the next days will be quieter.
Right. So that's why today we wanted to see if we can discuss yung joy and rest, especially at this stage ng life natin sa 40s. Marami tayong ginagawa, marami tayong gustong gawin. And sometimes it's so difficult to parang take a pause and find that time para makapag-rest and to find our joy.
Kaya nga yung merienda is a start, di ba?
Yeah.
Na parang little pockets of time that you find during the day. And Liv, hindi pa natin pag-usapan ng merienda.
Oh, yes.
So, this is the typical brioche or corneto.
Typically for breakfast.
In this place, do they call it corneto, not brioche?
Corneto yata. I think, nag-alternate brioche or corneto. Pareho lang naman.
So this is the brioche or corneto or croissant.
Yeah.
What we know.
Mine is almost done na kasi I was so hungry.
Yeah, this is chocolate. And we're having cappuccino also.
Yeah, it's a bit late na pero we didn't have breakfast. So we need our coffee.
Yeah, so ideally I wanted yung leisure breakfast na you just sit in a cafe and then just people watch and then take your time. Pero yun nga, there's so many places to see and hindi nangyayari. So rest.
Yeah. Well, rest is I think first thought natin lagi is physical rest, right? When we're sitting down, not doing anything, or maybe scrolling sa phone natin. But when I check, because in preparation dito, I check on Google definition ng joy and rest. Joy is para siyang happiness, but happiness is more fleeting. So parang, nasarapan ka sa corneto mo, I'm so happy, pero it's fleeting for that moment lang. And it is something that's more obvious, right? So when you're smiling, when you're jumping for joy, so obvious talaga siya. But it may not last so long. Whereas joy, and that's why we want to discuss that now, is a bit, mas subtle siya. So
it's more sustained.
Yeah, and it's more lasting, kumbaga. And hindi siya yung parang nakita mo siya, hindi siya nakasmile, so wala siyang joy sa buhay niya. So it's not like that. So, and I think it's better to aim for that kind of feeling versus yung happiness lang na masyadong obvious but temporary.
Yes, because joy is internal and it just shows, not like yung happiness na kailangan na.
Parang mas characterize siya ng contentment and parang
peace.
General, peace and general, contentment sa life. And hopefully, yun yung mas i-goal natin na ma-achieve rather than yung mga burst of small happiness.
Yeah, so pwedeng makombine ang joy and rest.
Yes.
Even if rest is not really physical.
Right. Kasi rest is, it can be resting your emotion. Or, alam mo yun, yung mental rest, di ba? Like, for example, during the whole week, like when I was in Singapore, sobrang hectic na ang buhay. Hindi siya physically tiring because basically, nakaupo lang naman ako and nasa in front of laptop. Right? So, how tiring can that be? Pero, at the end of the day, pagod na pagod ka.
Because
kasi
of your mind.
yung mind, tapos emotion. Kasi pag nag-work ka, may mga sari-saring emotion na nakalagay doon. Pag may nakita kang email na nakakatawa or nakakainis. So, alam mo yan, and then at the end of the day, drain ka, right? Kahit na nakaupo ka lang naman for the whole day. So yung rest na tinatry natin i-achieve is not just yung physical, kasi yung parang overall na rest. Yeah, ganun ka rin ba? Or paano ka, when you say na I need to rest, anong ginagawa mo?
Kasi one way, rest also is a way to have your me time, no? Pag rest, when you're at rest, when you're having your rest, it's your me time.
Yeah.
So your me time can be spent on different things, like for me.
So kung nasa cafe ka,
Like kung nasa cafe and then you're just people watch it and you just reflect on life and what you want to do and
parang
you're not so
muni-muni,
bothered.
right?
Muni-muni and kasi it also takes an effort to be in that disposition, no? To clear your mind and not be worried about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Not
kasi
be consumed by...
you can be trying to have a me time, pero yung mind mo nag-iisip ng, wait lang, nagawa ko ba to? Or I have these things to do pa. So, raising pa rin yung mind mo of all the things that you have to do, even though physically, nag-a-attempt kang mag-me time. Right? Does that ever happen to you?
Yes. Yung parang, so that's why it takes a lot of effort to also put yourself in that position. To concentrate on just yourself, because me time is really for yourself, not really thinking of your problems, not really thinking of what you have to do at work, what you have to do at
Deadlines.
home. So it's just mentally rewarding for you. Yung sa health episode natin, Dr. Myla told us, that we have to have me time. So me time is just for you and for your pursuits.
Yeah.
And it's very important that we have that time to really focus on what gives us joy. Kaya dun babalik na yung joy.
Pangbawas ng stress kasi nga tulad doon sa previous episode natin na nakakasakit or pwedeng mag-trigger ng sakit, ang stress talaga. So, as busy as we are, lahat naman talaga tayo, parang we have to make a conscious effort para isingit talaga yon. Kasi pag hindi at na-overstress tayo, mas magastos. Diba? At mas malaking stress kung magkasakit tayo.
So, para mas concrete yung examples of joy and rest, we'll be talking about our own ways of creating joy in our lives that will also give us rest.
Yeah. Some examples also that we got from our friends, parang mga tips, and then hopefully baka may makuha sila doon. And if you know other ways, of course, please add that in a comment para matry din namin, right? So for now, we'll continue this little joyful hindi na siya merienda, very late breakfast. And then later on, we'll talk about yung mga examples.
Yes. And we'll also show you Verona.
Yes, yeah. We have to finish this before the Pinon takes the rest of our food. Hi mga Meryenda, welcome back. Change costume ulit ako kasi sobrang mainit. We managed to find quiet cafe. So we can have our merienda. So sakto sa merienda time. I'm having gelato again because again it's so hot
outside.
here. And Tina, what merienda did you choose?
I'm having crepe with Nutella and banana.
And whipped cream.
And whipped cream.
Yeah.
Kasi my throat is itchy from all the sweets.
But that's also sweet.
Yeah, pero at least hindi siya cold. So
Okay.
nabawasan ng
Right.
nothing savory here.
Yeah, it still
It's
looks
okay.
very joyful, very happy looking
Yes.
merienda. Earlier today we were talking about joy and rest in our 40s and how it's not easy. It's not always easy to find pockets of time para mag-rest and also to find joy, something that's not so fleeting, no? So, anong ginagawa mo, Tina? How do you find joy or rest? I know busy ka rin sa work and also you take care of your dad. What do you do? Ano examples ng mga activities mo?
You know, because we have food in front of us, and we talked about cooking in the last episode, I have to say na cooking is one of my passions where I find joy. And this reminded me of the first thing that I was preparing in Singapore was crepe with Nutella and banana. Actually, I was using yung mga ready-made roti.
Yeah.
Na I would put Nutella, spread Nutella and banana. Naalala ko lang.
Kalasa ba?
But this is crepe lang. Pero they just have thick Nutella, kaya matamis.
Okay.
Matamis. But cooking is one of them. I mean, not all the time. Because sometimes you really just have to cook for your food, diba? It's a chore. But then, I find cooking joyful because I'm in the moment of... it is, but then I love cooking. Yeah, I love cooking because of the reasons that we talked about in the previous episode. One of the ways to find out what would make you joyful is to find out first what your top needs are. One of my top needs is health, good health. That's why I enjoy cooking pala because I give importance to health.
Okay.
So that's why I find it.
Niluluto mo? I know that you make your own
So I like
yogurt, tama ba?
I like preparing food from scratch. So mahilig ako sa mga sauces from scratch. Like even before going to Singapore, what I enjoyed preparing was Caesar salad sauce. So we would make my mom
May mustard yan, no?
mustard. Yeah, a bit of mustard, but it's mainly egg yolk, olive oil, and lemon. Anchovies, I skip anchovies kasi bihira naman siyang makuha sa Pinas and it's very expensive. And cheese, Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
Also, yogurt. I recently learned how to prepare yogurt. It's just milk, warming milk, plus adding sorbet yogurt. Siguro mga 1 tablespoon per...
minimix mo lang.
1 tablespoon per liter or even half liter or 1 liter, and then you just let it ferment for 18 hours to 24 hours, and then you have yogurt. So you never have to buy yogurt after that initial sorbet yogurt. And then peanut butter I make so that there's no sugar at all or less salt. Mga ganun. Parang I like that I'm able to prepare all this. You know, for health reasons.
That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, how about you? You just discovered cooking. So what would you say that
in COVID,
it's joyful?
nag-start ako nag-gumawa ng bread. So that was something really, parang creative outlet na rin siya. And I enjoy that even though it took a lot of patience kasi I had to make my own yeast. So I thought para siyang tamagotchi, you had to feed it every day, and then sometimes namamatay siya. So you have to go back to the beginning and start again mixing yung flour and water, and then after a week, hoping sana alive and well siya before you actually get to use it for your bread.
Yeah, that's something that I haven't really done.
Yeah.
So project ko siya for 2024. I still have a few months.
Yeah.
Ewan ko kung makagawa.
Kaya naman yun, kaya naman. Aside from that, sa cooking, I paint, so that's my creative outlet na talagang when I do that, hindi siya physically restful all the time kasi nakatayo ako. I mean, malaki yung canvas, so I'll be standing for hours.
Yeah.
And it can be tiring.
That 4 hours, hindi pa tapos yun, di ba? It's just one session? Or you can finish a canvas for 4 hours?
Kasi you have to let it dry sometimes. Like when you're layering colors. I mean, if you're intending to blend them, pero minsan I have to pause para I can add another layer of color. Hindi sila naghahalo-halo.
And yung mga paintings mo ba, very colorful. We'll show them some of
malaki
your
kasi
paintings.
siya. So but that's still parang restful sa akin. And of course, it's something that I enjoy.
Also because these joyful activities are activities where you're in your own world, where you're in your own bubble. So I think it's also called me time kasi it's really for you. It's not really doing something for others, but it's really for you. Like,
and when you get you don't parang you're not bothered by other worries. So yun nga lang, parang in the zone ka.
In the zone, yes, in the
painting
zone.
world lang ako.
Yeah. Yun yung time na mahirap kang distorbohin. Kunyari, by your husband, si Arigos.
Yeah, and
pag
minsan I
tinawag ka,
would
diba?
forget na, lunchtime na pala. And I wouldn't really feel hungry. So until somebody knocks on my studio and say, hey, anong oras na? Then that's the only time I would remember, oops, hindi pa pala ako makain.
Like when I'm editing, ganun din yung feeling ko in the zone. Kaya nga, I tend to finish an edit. Kaya pag nasa momentum, hintayin ko na lang mag-render ako bago ako kumain, mag-break. Kasi nga parang, in the zone, nandun ka sa momentum, nandun ka sa mood na yon.
But I think there are also like little activities because of course, hindi naman lahat kayang mag-allot ng 1 hour, 2 hours just for those activities. But even small things like, for example, nag-garden, konti lang, na magre-repot ng one plant. Let's say, bumili ako ng basil na ganyan, hiwa-hiwalayin ko, i-repot ko sila. So parang that's, na rin.
I think ang important thing, the key thing here is, that's all for yourself.
Yeah.
It's for nourishing your soul, for it's meeting your needs. Kaya nga na-mention ko na yun pala, may need pala ako for good health. So it's meeting my need when I'm into cooking, when I'm preparing all these things. So I don't mind the time, the effort done. And another thing, since you mentioned the arts, because I've been into photography and videography for many, many years now before it became my job. And pag nandun din ako, parang yun nga, parang that's all that matters. So there's also the need for creativity. And yun yung way to address it. Yung if I'm happy with the photos and I'm able to capture something that parang something that's made by me, but captured by me.
So one, yung activity na na-mention mo, cooking, preparing your own food, making your own yeast, and then painting. As long as it's something that allows you to relax your mind, kahit na hindi necessarily still lang yung body mo. Kasi when you enjoy something, hindi siya talaga tiring, hindi siya physically tiring. We have one friend who enjoys journaling. Some people might say, hindi mo na ako creative eh.
Yeah.
But I think everyone can be creative. So we have this one friend who will do the journaling na nagpe-paste na, especially
so
for
cute.
travel. Yeah, so that's really good because now, pag nag-flip through siya ng journal niya, ang ganda-ganda talaga. And I think for her, it's a way for her to remember and reconnect dun sa mga past travels niya and experiences na natuwa siya. So that's another, I think, isa yun sa mga me time niya na like, parang that's one thing that gives her a lot of joy and also restful. Because sa kanya, kahit nagugupit-gupit siya na maliliit na.
So cute. Ang ganda nga pag titignan mo yung titignan mo yung scrapbook niya, journal niya. And it's something that I cannot do. Because yun nga, may iba akong may iba akong outlet for creativity. That's yun nga, photography and videography. And also sewing. I got into sewing again. It's always been an interest of mine. Since I was a kid, I would sketch.
Yeah.
As in, hindi ako marunong mag-drawing, pero I was able to sketch. So I'm into sewing because the designs interest me, and I picked up a pattern making course this year. So that's also another need of mine na I realize, yung self-growth, yung learning new things.
So yung marami ng mga examples, meron din na nakapila sa akin pero so for now wala pang time or siguro courage din para mag-start. Gusto kong mag-try ng knitting and crocheting. So nakapila din yon. And one thing also na pwedeng siguro mas common to, I think may mga girls din na interesado sa ganito, pero siguro mas common sa guys. Like si Arrigo, yung
Collection?
Hindi collect, pero yung mechanical na sometimes to the point na yung mga guitar music instruments niya, even amplifier, that he would try to see how it's made to the point na okay, siguro i-break niya one part of it just to understand how it all fits together again. So he has this parang work area na puro mga tornilyo. hindi ko alam kung anong tawag sa ibang may mga soldering machine pa siya. So, yung gano'n, na parang, and ganun din, when he's in that zone,
cannot be disturbed.
Walang Olivia. walang ibang, ayun, parang nasa isang mundo lang siya, bubble na nagkutingting ang tawag doon. And I think it also, it's a skill na eventually he now know, he built an amplifier because of that. So, I think yun nga, so things na in-enjoy ulit natin na we wouldn't even think na tiring siya. And I think when we do those things, nag-a-add din siya ng value, nag-grow din yung skill natin, may natututunan tayo ng bago. So, yeah.
Ang common thread niya is creating something. Yes. So I think that's key, no? Even you're able to create something with your own hands.
Yeah.
It's very
there also
rewarding.
I know a guy also who's interested, hindi siya chef, hindi ng profession niya, but interested siya in cooking. And alam mo yung mag-i-invento lang. Try lang.
Yeah,
I'll try to see
creating new
throw
recipe.
all these ingredients together and see kung ano magiging lasa and ano magiging pangalan kaya ng dish na ito. So, it's not necessarily physically restful kasi kitchen work yan. Nagsa-chop, naglilinis ng kitchen, mainit, nagluluto, pero it's something that he really enjoys. So, na parang nag-aalat siya ng time kapag rest day para gumawa ng gano'n. And I think he really finds joy in that.
Itong age yung tanggap na natin na we have to slow down and think of many things. I mean, I reflect on many things. Like, kaya it helps for me to journal. So I journal, but I write. So it's a form of release also. It's also, so more on, I actually have two types. One is parang mas serious, and then another one is just documenting what happened, and also writing about what I felt. One is like more parang insightful,
a recount of what happened in my day,
and then how I felt about it, and then one is more insightful. So it's a way for me to. It's like talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Yun nga lang, sulat lang.
And at least, diba, parang meron kang
it's a
reference. Ano bang nangyari nung araw na yun?
Yeah, sometimes I do that. Like I know that around this time, what was I thinking? And then, it's not every day that I get to journal. But then, there are times when I do. And then, I go back to, kasi I have few books na few journals na.
Speaking of books, reading. So, that's something that can be
because you can be lost in the story or whatever it is that you're reading.
Whatever books that you feel like reading, whether it's fiction, self-help, encyclopedia, whatever it is. So I think that's something, and that can be really restful, no? Kasi usually yung sitting down naman, or laying down when you're reading.
Yeah, pero when you're reading, don't look at your phone. Kasi minsan, pag may tumunog,
right, conscious na talagang dedicated ka lang sa activity na yun.
So yun talaga yung key. You're in your moment na no distractions.
Oo, hindi pwede yung nagsusow ka tapos every now and then nag-scroll ka sa Instagram, mag-chat ka sa amin. So dapat hindi, hindi rested yung mind mo. Diba? Parang,
so it has to be just you, yourself, and whatever it is that's giving you joy. And also, watching movies. If it's really the movie that you want to watch, yung talagang with intention you want to watch that
yung
movie.
binging lang na parang gusto ko lang ng white noise.
Nag-flip ka ng
I'm guilty of that minsan na parang gusto ko lang mag-rest sa Netflix pero I'm on my phone din.
Ako, may times din ako na I just want to see, to watch yung mga chick flick, yung very easy watching.
Yun nga, hindi kailangan pag-isipan.
Yes, and at the same time, I'm flipping through, and then I would catch myself and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oo, parang dala-dalawang screen yan.
So it has to be intentional.
Yes.
Whatever you're doing has to be intentional, and for yourself, like you're just wrapped up in the moment.
Okay, there are a lot of number of activities na we can do para dito sa para sa ating joy and rest, especially in our 40s.
Eating. Well, you can eat also.
Yeah, merienda is actually one of them, right? Especially, if you're eating merienda, well, of course, you can watch us while you're eating your merienda, but also when, just focusing on the food, without the screen, pero hopefully you will still watch us.
Yeah.
Diba? Then you get to really parang identify yung kung ano yung mga taste, ano yung ingredients. Parang mas na-appreciate mo yung lasa ng food when hindi ka distracted.
And we were talking about solo eating earlier, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
I remember, you can also do that, like soak in the moment.
Yeah,
na
because it's
just
an example
alone.
Kasi I was asking
Without
her,
looking at your phone, as in just, enjoy the moment of being alone. I remember, because we ate nyoketa, I remember the first time I ordered gnocchi, I was alone in Tokyo. I was just alone, and then I think I took time, to really enjoy my food, and I had the full course yata, I think, kasi it was lunch special or something na merong appetizer, the main, and the dessert. Kasi I was thinking I was doing the editing. Yeah, and it was a good time to just, sit and
and try mo yun, especially since meron ka pang another week sa Italy. And kasi I think yun nga, tinatanong kita if you've had a chance to have a sit-down proper meal sa restaurant, hindi yung over-the-counter paningin. And it's good, and then you watch people if may chance na ganun, or just really
feel the, I was able to do that during breakfast kasi nga, may breakfast. So yun, for longer time, you can, it's a me time, to be able to just be with yourself, eating and enjoying the food.
Oo. Tapos without feeling conscious na mag-isa lang ako. Kasi again, your mind is parang running with all those thoughts. So hindi siya relax. Na, And it takes practice. Siguro, I understand. Hindi ka naman parang biglang in the zone na lang agad sa gano'n. You will probably have to do that a few times para mas maging masanay pa yung mind natin.
Yeah, so you can think about your needs and then your tendencies on what draws you. Yeah. Your tendencies to like certain things. And you can start from there.
Yep. So hopefully yung mga examples natin is something na nag-resonate din sa inyo. And
Yes.
I think there are so many more examples na we probably don't even know. So please share kung meron kayong mga alam na iba pang activities. I think we would love to try them.
Not really to, fill our time with more activities, but really to, kasi it's still a journey, I mean, journey of discovering things. Kasi nga yung sewing nga, bago ko lang na pick up ulit yun eh. I wanted to try the macrame.
Ay, yung parang nag-weave ng frame weaver. I mean, ano tawag doon?
Macrame, I think is.
Yung mga hinahang na.
Yeah, but then it didn't last long. So, talagang, it's a journey of discovery. Kung
It's
ano
a trial and error. Sometimes you think you like
something,
pero hindi pala.
like scrapbooking, I thought I liked it.
Yeah.
And then the calligraphy, I thought I would like it because I had the pens.
Yeah.
Hindi pala. So whatever stick, didn't do that. The important thing is you have your own me time.
Yeah. And in the process of trying to find out, then, at least marami din kayong na-try na activity.
Yes. So masaya.
Yes.
Yung picking up a new course, I mean, you're never too old to study, right? Because if you have this yearning for self-growth, I think you would enjoy studying
a new
language. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Learning
for
a new
now,
language.
medyo, may konting joy, pero medyo stressful pa rin siya. So siguro, hopefully when I get to 18, medyo may joy. Siguro mga nasa scene na, joyful na siya. For now, since simula pa lang, nasa category pa siya ng something I have to do.
Because you might be pressuring yourself.
Yeah, ganun nga yun. Pero, I mean, it's still something that, an example na pwede natin gawin.
And other people like reading history books or politics, mga ganon. Then they're in the zone if they're into that. So, it's a matter of finding what your needs are and then finding, the ways to meet those needs, that will give you joy.
Okay. So, hopefully you were able to pick up some tips dun sa mga list na bigay namin. Ayun nga, let us know if there are other things that siguro pwede namin i-try din.
It has been joyful, doing this episode with you and trying out, yung cornetto kanina and then now crepe.
I finished my gelato already.
This episodes, mga Italy specials are very joyful because of the eating and
Puro pagkain.
and the sides.
Biglang nag-guilty ako na parang nakakailang gelato na ako.
But mga ka-merienda, there's a lot of walking here in Italy. So I think we burn the calories easily.
And ang pawis natin sa sobrang init. So I guess, siguro nawala na rin.
So to lessen the guilt.
But anyway, thank you for joining us. Please remember to follow us sa ating YouTube channel, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Also follow our Facebook and Instagram pages, Meryenda Therapy.
Okay, until the next merienda, maybe one more here in Italia, but if not, regular merienda din, okay?
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.